welcome to Board Games with Niramas. Today it's time for a run-through of Tzolk'in, the Mayan Calendar. Now this is a game that it's sort of a normal worker placement game, but of course it has these cogs. I think these are the thing that it's most famous for. These plastic cogs that of course are going to move, all of them, when I move the main one here. And each round you're going to spin the main one, and once you get one full circle around, then the game is over, and that's sort of a Mayan calendar year. So you will put your workers out on these small ones. The workers look like this, so they fit right in here. And as I spin the big wheel, then of course these are going to move. And so you're going to get different effects here. The longer you wait, the better effects, of course. So on your turn, you can either put some of these one or more workers out on the board or on the wheels here, on the cogs. Or you can pull some back, one or more. And the third action you can do is, if you don't have 3 corn is sort of the main currency in the game, the food. If you don't have 3 of these, then you could pray to the gods for corn, and they will get angry, so you will lose some standing with the gods over at these god tracks here that you're trying to climb up these pyramids to get more and more favor of the gods. You also have some monuments down here. There's a bunch of these, so it's randomly drawn, and since this will be a 2-player game, the last 2 slots here are not filled. These are sort of the goals for the game. Well, you have to purchase these in order to benefit from them, but these are the ones that can be purchased this game. So this one, for example, is you get 4 points at the end of the game for every blue monument or building that you have, because these down here are buildings. They will refill, and they will advance to level 2 buildings as well later on. These are level 1s here. And then let's say for this one, for each corn tile you get 4 victory points at the end, and the corn tiles are gotten by being up on this green cog here and moving along, and you will get these little corn tiles, and also you will get corn as well when you take them. They are there to indicate how much corn there are left in the fields. If they run out, then you can't get the corn unless you have a technology, which is the next thing I'm going to show you here. Is some technology tracks that we can move on, improve our technology in our kingdom, and then we will be able to get bonuses. Like if I would get over here, I would get an extra wood every time I get a wood from the green or the brown wheel. Well, that's sort of it. There's some nice little resource cubes here. Stone, gold, and wood, and also we have these ones, which are quite cool, like the little skulls. They are used on the blue wheel over here, where you put your worker and he goes around as time goes by, and when you decide to jump off the wheel, then you will be able to place a skull down, and you get more and more points and benefits the longer you wait. So I think that's about it for explaining ahead. I think we're just going to start playing. It's going to be me, the red player over here, against Draco, the green player, of course. And he's excited to go. I think he fits quite well into the picture here with all the colors and all the look of the game. And so to start off, we're going to get 4 of these tiles each. These are sort of starter item tiles. I really like this system. Instead of just having like the first player gets this and that, and then the second player gets whatever, we get 4 of these and we flip them. And we take a look. And I get to choose 2 of these. So do I want 8 food and 1 gold? That one is quite nice actually. Do I want 3 food, 1 gold, and I get to move 1 step on the technology over here, which is for building buildings. This symbol means building buildings. Let's say if I move on this, then I would get 1 corn every time I build a building. I could do the same thing with this one, but it would give me 2 corn, and I would get to move 1 step on the brown gods track. I don't know what the names are for these. I could probably not pronounce it anyway. The brown god here. So if I take this one and I will start off 1 step up, which is here. If we take a look here, that means I would be next to this stone here, and I will get a stone every 2 quarters, and the other 2 quarters of the year I will get 2 points if I'm up there. So getting up on those guard tracks is really nice as well. This one I will go on 1 step on the green god. I will get 2 food and 2 wood. So what do I want? Well, I want 8 food, 8 corn for sure, because I need corn. I want gold, so I'm taking that one. And I think I will take this one as well. 2 corn, 2 wood, and move 1 step on the green god. So I will move up there. And let's see, we both start at the bottom here, of course. I will move up there on the green god, so I will get 1 wood or 1 point, depending on where we are on the year. And totally I will get 10 food, or corn, I should say. I guess it's thematically fitting that we have corn. I think that was and might still be a really important piece of food product in this area of the world. Let's see, I will get some wood and a gold. So that was my start, and that will be different from every game, of course, so that's quite fun, I think. And also that you have some control over it. You can choose, depending on, because you get to see everything laid out first. So, I mean, I know what kind of golds there are out. So depending on that, I could make a choice on what I should start with. Now let's see what Draco will start with. And Draco has, let's see, he could get 6 food, 2 stone. I think he's going to take that one. I think you should get, I'm not an expert at this game, but I think you should get 1 good food or corn. I'll keep saying food. 1 good corn tile, I think it's good to start with. Let's see, he takes that one, then he doesn't want this one, I guess, because that's 5 corn, 1 stone, and he will move 1 step on the blue technology here. This one is for doing the whole leaving the skull on the track and getting points thing, and if he moves 1 step here, that would mean he would be able to put the skull 1 step higher than it's actually at, so he would save some time, but yeah, I think he's going to grab he didn't get any ways to improve the gods right now, so he will grab that one as well, so he gets 9 corn in total. And I actually said corn, so I'm getting there. Right, he gets 3 stone, so that's quite good. You're gonna need these resources, and 2 wood. So there we go, Draco. He's ready to start, and I'm ready to start. Oh, 1 more thing, or 2 more things. One of them I would say is I painted these gears, so they come in sort of beige, white sort of. The thing is, I mean, I've seen on you can Google, you know, Tzolk'in painted gears. People, I mean, some of them must be artists. Some people made this so amazingly beautiful. This is the signs here. Quite hard to see. Let's see if I can zoom in a bit. There we go. Sorry for the quality there, but you can see here this signs are here. People paint them in amazingly well. I'm not that good with painting, so I just painted these in this sort of appropriate color for the track they're on. I did some washing on them. The thing is, I realized maybe I shouldn't have painted the sides here, because when I twist the wheel like this, it tends to get stuck a bit. You see it stuck there? It didn't do that before I painted it, so I think that's because there's a layer of paint on there. I think it will get better over time as I keep spinning, because it will sort of, you can see here it's chipping away at it. But maybe that wasn't such a good idea to paint it like that. Maybe I should have just painted the top of it. So keep that in mind if you pick this game up. Of course, you could use a file or something, just get it down a bit so that it fits better. But alright, that was one thing. The other thing, all of these blue and yellow markers you see out here, they are sort of dummy player, because we play a 2-player game. This game runs from 2 to 4 players. If you play 4 people, you won't have them. It's sort of to just block some stuff off, so we can just go anywhere we want. So that's why they are out there. I use these lower ones just because it's easier to see who the actual players are. Alright, that was enough of explaining. Let's start the game. So I will be the first player. I have this lovely first player hat marker. And so the first thing I can do now on my turn, I could pull something off, but there's nothing out there. So I could beg for corn, but I have more than 3 corn, so then I can't do it. So I'm going to put out workers, of course. So let's see, I think, and it works like this. The first guy is free. Second worker costs 1, and the third worker costs 2 more, so that's 3 in total. So I will put all my guys out, so that's 3 corn. And if I can put them, I have to put them in the lowest spot available. So let's see, down here I'm going to put one guy here at the 0 spot, so he doesn't cost anything. Next guy is going to cost 1, just because he's the second guy out. I'm going to put him over here. This is sort of the corn and wood wheel, sort of. So I'm going to put him here. So that's 1 I have to pay. And then I will put out my third guy as well. Now, if I want to put him here as well, then I could put him in the 1 slot, because that's the lowest one, and that will cost me 1 corn plus 2, because he's the third guy. So yeah, I'm going to do that. You need a lot of corn and wood in the beginning. So that would be, let's see, I paid 1, I have to pay 3 more. So there we go. Now it's Draco's turn. Now he could go, he's got some corn, so he could go straight away for the number 2 slot here. So that would cost him 2. And with his second guy, I think he will go for the 0 here. So that's 1 more, because it's his second worker. And then the third one, I think he will go here again. So that's, let's see, that is 1 plus 2 more, so that's 3. So he's paying that, getting that back. So that was our first turns. Now what happens after a turn? We put a corn on the spot where we are. We start over here. And we start with the blue one here, as you can see as well. And so we will twist the wheel. There we go. And the reason why we put them here is because they're going to add up. There's going to be a lot of here. And so one action you could do on your turn is go over here with the worker, and that's taking the first player. When you do that, you get all the corn that has accumulated up here on the main wheel. And also you get the first player, of course. You also get an option of the next time, at the end of that turn, when you're going to turn the cog, you can choose if you want to do it 2 steps or 1 step as usual. And I mean, sometimes that could be really good. You need to get somewhere fast and so on. Also, you could mess up for your opponent, because let's say your opponent is over here, and you would turn once, then he will go here, and these the 2 last slots here, they mean that you can do anything you want on here. You can choose. Well, let's say your opponent is over here, and he's counting on just moving 1 click over here, but then you turn it twice, and he bumps off and he goes back home, and the player doesn't get anything from that work, and he's been standing there, you know, he's been standing there waiting for a while. That could be really harsh. Alright, so we did that, and it's my turn again, and now I don't have any workers. So I could either pray for corn, which I can't because I have 6 corn, or I can pull something back, which I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this guy back here, and this slot here means I can pay 3 corn to move on one of the guard tracks. So I will do that. I'll pay 3 corn. And let's see over here. Let's do a little bit of zooming like that. I can move on any of these I want, and I'm going to move on the brown guard because soon, or not soon, but in a while over here, when we get to the brown cog here, then we're going to be in, we have done the first quarter of the game, and so we are here. We're going to have to feed our workers 2 corn each, and we're going to get the resources from the gods that we are at the moment. So as it's looking now, I will get wood from here and a stone from there, so it's a way to get resources. So that was my first guy I pulled off. Now I could stop if I want to, or I could pull off someone else. Well, I think I'm going to stop. These guys are going to stand there and wait a bit more, so I get better food, more corn and more wood if I want to add later on. So it's Draco's turn. He has to get someone home as well. I think he's going to get this guy home, and that sign symbol there means he gets to move on one of the technology tracks. Now you can see here there's a cost for them. It takes 1 cube of any kind to move 1 step and 2 for the next and so on. So he will pay, let's see. He will pay, yeah. He's going to pay one stone, and so then he will move 1 step here on to get more. So whenever Draco gets corn from the green wheel, he will get 1 more corn, 1 extra. So that's not bad. And then I think he will stop as well, and we are into the next round here. I will put the corn out. I will spin the wheel a little bit, 1 step, and it's my turn. Now I have a guy at home, so now I can either put him out or take one of the guys out there back. But I'm going to put him out here, and I will put him here on the 2 slot here. So he's free because he's the first guy, remember, of this round. So he's free, but he costs 2 because I put him in the 2 slot there. So it's Draco's turn. He's in the same situation, and yeah, he's going to. I think he's going to put his worker over here on the 0 slot, so that doesn't cost him anything, because you count it from round to round, sort of. So that was the first guy of this round, and that's 0 cost. Another corn comes out. We spin the wheel. There we go. And it's my turn again. Now I think I will get this guy home, and then I can move 2 spaces on the technology. So for the first, I will pay 1 wood to go here with Draco. This one is quite nice. You get extra corn when you take corn, so why not? With my second one, I'm going to move here on this track, which means whenever I build a building, I'm going to get a corn as well. So that was my move, I think. Yeah, that was my move. I'm happy with that. Now Draco, he has to pull someone home. So yeah, he's going to take this guy over here. This slot means he can either build 2 buildings. He will only get the bonus here for 1 of them. He doesn't have any technology for that anyway, but that's what this little X means. And so he can build 2 buildings, or he can build 1 monument, and that's how you build these monuments that give you end game score. But that's too early for that anyway. So 2 buildings. First one he will build is a farm for 1 wood. And the farm works, as you can imagine, it gives you food. So that means one of his workers are now fed. He doesn't have to pay 2 corn for him to feed him at every quarter. So that's nice. Then he also will build this one. Costs 1 stone, 1 wood. And then he gets to move 1 step on the brown track here, so we will get extra wood when he gets wood from the brown or the green track. Also we get 1 corn as well, and you're gonna keep this building because of these bonuses later on. You want to keep them. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, Draco is also good. Now he's going to pull back his guy over here, and he can either get, normally he could get 9 corn or 4 wood. But as you can see here, I'm gonna zoom in again here for you. Let's see. As you can see here, right now, you can't see any corn because the corn is underneath here. So you have to chop off the wood first to get to the corn. It's sort of like you chop down the wood, the forest, and then you can start growing corn. You could burn it down, just remove it from the game, but then the gods would be angry and you would have to step down one step on one of the guard tracks. You don't want to do that if you don't have to. So Draco's taking wood, and that's 4 wood, but remember, he moved down over here on the technology, so he gets 1 extra wood. And he will also, let's see, he will also keep this one because that could be a bonus in the end as well. So let's see, he gets 5 wood. That's not bad. Now Draco would argue, of course, that he could burn down the forest using his flame breath, as he's a dragon, but you know, we're not going to get into that. This is a game, Draco, you know. Alright, so that was his turn. Now we will spin the wheel as well. Let's see. Put some corn out, make a little spin, and there it's stuck, but let's worry about that next round. And so it's back to me again, and now I will pull my guy back from over here. But since Draco took the wood there, now the corn tile is there, so I can take it. And that means I get the corn, and that is 9 corn. That's not bad. Actually, it's 10 for me, remember? I'm on this track, so whenever I take corn, I get 1 extra, so that's 10. That's really nice. Well, I'm gonna need it. We're gonna have to be feeding our workers soon. Now, I could pull back my other guy as well, but that would mean I get the wood there. No, I can just leave him. I mean, right now I will get 7 corn or 3 wood. Well, I can't get corn because it's covered. If I wait for the next turn, I can get 9 corn instead, or 4 wood. Also, if I get up on this technology here, up to this one, then I can actually take corn even though I can't see corn, which this symbol means. That's a really nice one, but that's gonna have to wait a little bit. Okay, so that was me. I pulled back a guy. I got 10 corn. Now it's Draco. He doesn't want to pull anyone back. He's going to place his guys instead. So let's see. He's going to place 1 here at no cost. And I think it's going to place his other guy there as well, and that's going to be 1 because he's the second guy out, and 1 because he's on the 1 track, so that's 2 corn for Draco. And so that's done, and we will do this again, put out some corn. Now, as you can see, they're starting to build up here, so there's a lot of corn out there. Sooner or later, someone is going to want to get the first player and also get these corn out here. Also, the thing is, if I take it, I'm already the first player. So if I take it, that means I have to give the first player marker to Draco. But I still will get the corn here, but I lose first player if I do that. Alright, so let's see, it's back to me again. Now I'm over there. There's no reason to wait for that guy. So I will just pull him back, and I will get the wood tile, and I will get 4 wood because I'm not up on the track there to get bonus wood. But that's not bad anyway, 4 wood. And of course you can use wood to build buildings, to move on the technology tracks, and so on. You can also use them at some places, like if you go over here, that means you can trade in cubes for corn, or vice versa. And if you look at this little chart here, then you can see you would get 2 corn for a wood. And then you can also purchase at the same time, so I could trade in, let's say, 2 wood, that will give me 4 corn. I can use the 4 corn to get 1 gold. So that's quite nice as well. Over here you can spend 1 cube of any kind and a resource to move on 2 guard tracks, 2 different guard tracks. That's really a good one. But of course it's the last one on the wheel, so you have to wait a while to get that. So that was me pulling back. I got the wood. Now it's Draco's turn. He has to pull back someone because all of them are out there. And I think, yeah, he's going to... Oh, I forgot. When we purchased Draco purchased 2 buildings here, there will be 2 new ones coming up at the end of the turn. So there should be 2 like that. And let's see. Yeah, all right. That determines it. Draco will pull back this guy, and so he will get to build 1 building. He will build this one, and so that's 2 wood and 1 stone. And that means he will move 1 step on the yellow god and 1 on the brown god. So let's see, Draco's moving on the brown and on the yellow. And keeps the building. We get a new building at the end of his turn. Yeah, he's not going to build anyone else. So we get another one. This would be moving one step on the blue track for technology, and you would get to move one step on the green god. There we go. Let's see. This, yeah, Draco does want to pull back another guy. He's going to get this guy home as well. So then he gets to move on the technology track. He's going to spend, let's see, yeah, he's going to spend 2 wood, or he can spend any 2 cubes to move to the second stage here. So he's going to be in here, so he can get corn. He will get an extra corn if he goes fishing. Don't ask me how that works, but sort of he gets more food if he goes fishing, which is the first slot over here, the blue one here. And also he can get corn even if he can't see corn, so that's really good. I think that's one of the things, so far, in my experience, that's one of the spaces you really want to get to through during the game. So that was Draco pulling stuff back, and it's time for another spin off the wheel. Let's see. So it's my turn. I need to get my guys out, and of course I only have 3 workers now, we both do, but I have 3 more in stock over there. And I can get them by going to the yellow wheel here, so I'm going to start working for that. You really need those extra workers later on. So there we go. That's cost me nothing. Yeah, I want to get some farm and so on, so I will get one guy here. That cost me 2. Because he's my second worker and he's in the number 1 slot, so that's 2 in total. Then my third guy, let's see, yeah, I think I will put him over here in the 1 slot, so that costs me 2 plus 1, so that's 3, because soon we're going to have to feed our workers, so I'm going to need more corn. Now Draco, he's actually going to pull a guy back. Even though he has 2 guys at home already, he will pull this guy back, because then he will get a skull, and so he can start collecting these and putting them down on the blue track here later on. So that was that. We will put out some corn. Now somebody should take the first player, I guess, soon. I think maybe Draco will do it in the next turn. I think. Let's see if I can get this to move without... Now, normally this isn't such a big problem. I think it's because of my paint here, so... I think I would recommend, if you're going to paint, just paint the top of them. Don't go into these little edges here. Okay, so it's my turn again. Let's see. Now, at the end of this round, we're going to have to feed the workers. So I will be putting out 6 corn for that. Yeah, I'm going to pull this guy back. So I can take one of these tiles. I get 4 plus 1. So I get 5 corn. Yeah, I'm going to pull this guy back so I can build a building. And then I will spend 4 wood to build me another type of farm, this one. And what this does is means every worker only needs 1 corn, because 1 corn is already fixed by the farm. So that means my feeding needs went from 6 corn to 3 corn right now, and it's really good when I get more workers as well. So that means I'm also going to pull this guy back, and I will pay 3 corn on that space to be able to move 1 god 1 step up. And of course at the end of this round I'm going to get goods from the gods, so I want to move them up here to well, I can't get over any threshold here anyway. But I'm going to start working on it. I'm going to move this guy up here on the yellow track so I can get gold later on. And I will get more points there as well. Alright, so it's Draco's turn, and all of these guys are at home. So he will of course put some of them out here. Let's see. Oh, he has some problems here, Draco. He only has 2 corn. Yeah, he only has 2 corn, and he has 3 guys. One of them is taken care of by his farm, so he needs 4 corn in total. So he will go straight, take the first player, and he will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 corn. So his feeding problems are taken care of. And now he can actually afford to put another guy out as well. Oh yeah, he gets the first player marker as well. So I think, yeah. Well, he's going to put one guy out here, so that's going to cost him 1 corn. Let's see, he needs to have 4. So he's going to put his last guy for 2 corn in a 0 slot. And he's going to start working on this blue track and get up there and deliver the skull to the gods there. So he will get some benefits from that. Alright, so that was the turn. Now we go to the feeding phase. Now we both have to pay. I only have to pay 1 for each of my worker because of my farms. I pay 3. Draco only has to feed 2 of his guys because 1 is taken care of by the farm, so he's paying 4. And then we take a look at the guard track over here. I get 1 stone and 1 wood. And Draco gets only 1 stone. He's not up on the green god. And as you can see, these will build up. So if you're up all the way up here, then you will get a skull and 2 wood at this time, or in half a year as well. The next quarter we're going to get points instead on the right side. Right, so that was a quarter of a year, and we're going to, of course, well, now we're going to do this. Now, we're not going to put any corn out because Draco took the first player marker. He's going to come home right away, by the way. And now Draco has the option to do a double turn if he wants to. He has 2 guys out. I don't have any guys out, so of course he's going to do it. He's going to benefit from it. And I'm not, so let's see, 1, 2. So that was, come on. Sorry for this. There we go. So he moved up a bit faster now because of that. And so we are ready for the next year. Draco will be the first player, not the next year, the next, the other quarters of the year, the 3 quarters. We've done 1. Okay, so we will be back in part 2 video. You can go straight for it by clicking right here. And until then, I will just say thank you for watching, but also check out part 2 because we're going to get into some more, when we get to the next feeding, then we're going to get points, bonus points for whoever is highest on these guard tracks. And we're going to get some new buildings out, we're going to have some fun. So watch part 2, have a nice time until you clicked over here. Like the video, by the way, subscribe to the channel, and thank you very much for watching. Bye.